What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on the pond again, and we're going to be going after some more largemouth. Today we're starting out with the old I think this is a heavy metal tungsten flipping jig, and I've got like a little blue and black rage crawl in the back. The pond should be able to produce a couple fish today. We're going to give it a try. I've had some luck on these jigs before, but I'm thinking that today's really going to be hot, so we're going to be punching through some of the weeds. There's about 6 or 8 feet of open water, and then there's a good weed edge, and I'm going to be flipping it right into those weeds. It's kind of hard to see a lot on the surface, but right below the surface you can see a lot of those weeds pretty well. So I'm going to be using a 7-foot medium heavy Abu Garcia Black Max, and trying to get a few fish that way. I've got it on 30-pound Power Pro. Hopefully that's strong enough when we don't break off on anything. So let's get in there and rip some lips. Today is going to be a crazy day. Not a lot of wind today, but the temperatures are upper 80s, and my car said 91 when we got out, but it always reads just a little bit high. So hopefully these fish cooperate today and we can get a couple. I know it's like the sun's up high. It's probably the hottest time of the day, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, y'all, there's a bass on a bed right in front of me. Kind of swimming away now. We're going to see if he'll cooperate just a little bit. Yeah, he's not interested. He turned and just beat it out of there. There's another one, not as big. He turned and looked at it. I ran out of room though. About 6 or 8 feet out, there's a good amount of weeds. There's some beds up here. I missed him. There's some beds up here, and I seen a lot of these fish kind of skirt off when I got close, and oh my, that was crazy. That was the best hit I've had so far, right in these weeds. Seen a little bit of a tail flicker and chucked it in there, and sure enough, he turned right back around and got it. But dang, I've been working this bank hard, and I'm not really seeing much action, I should say. I'm seeing quite a few bluegills, a lot of bass. They're just not interested by no means. Got a really nice bass right here. There we go. Just a little 1-pounder, but I put that right on his head and he took it. Probably a little bit aggressive of a hook set there, but kind of looked bigger in the water. First fish. There was another fish. That one was sight fished. I was hoping he'd take the lure, but that bass was obviously just a tad bit small for him. I can still see him. I doubt he'll hit it again, but it's just fun to be able to sight cast at fish, and at least they nibble on it. It's been tough today. Only two nice bites and one nice fish. Here's another one. No, not even close. There's one. As I was lifting it up, it's not like I even caught that fish hardly. He just happened to bite it. Maybe they want a moving bait today. I mean, I've really been struggling with catching these fish. Thank you to the dogs in the background for just such incredible audio. But another little 1-pound bass right off the weeds. Maybe even in the weeds. I was just swimming it up through there. One bite so far on the top water. Not a ton of action. I'm going to try to find some either on the bed or just off their beds, and then throw it on top of them and see if there's any interest in that top water. If not, I'm probably going to switch over to something a little simpler like a worm, and hopefully I can get some action there. And if these bass aren't willing to take a worm, then they're not going to take anything. So let's see if we can get any more. Well, the top water did not do. Doing a little spook, but I don't think it did anything except spook the fish. We didn't get any fish on it. We had one blow up. That was it. Pretty sad, I guess. All right. Now we're just gonna try and catch some fish with the old Senko. We're just gonna wacky rig some worms. And the worms today that I'm using, I think I got these out of a mystery tackle box. They're B8 Bait Lab Ultimate Strike baits. Just another stick bait. It says extreme squid scent. I'm not really going after anything that would eat squid in here, but we may be able to get some fish on it. So we're gonna give that a try now and see if we can't catch something. Oh my goodness gracious. He's still there. He's got it. He's got it. Oh my gosh. I just busted off again. 30-pound braid just snaps. I don't know what the heck's going on there. I should just start carrying more stuff with me. But I keep leaving my backpack because it gets exhausting carrying stuff, so all I carry is pliers and my soft plastics. I need to get a real small tackle box so I can put, like, you know, 3 or 4 hooks in, and then a few soft plastics, maybe 1 or 2 lures, just some really, really small box that fits in my back pocket. That way I don't have to keep walking. Mark my words, I will get a fish, at least one more, and one on the Senko before I leave this place. I'm very confident in it. All right, we are all rigged back up now. I can see some fish. I see actually a pretty nice bass. And hopefully we can get on a few more bass now. There's one. Ha! We got us a bass. We got us a nice little bass. Just a little guy. There was probably 3 of them right there, all swimming down this little weed edge. And I was actually watching another fish, hoping it would bite, but this one took it. This one was just a tad bit smaller, just a few ounces smaller than the other one. I think the other one might have had a ½ pound at most on it. But needless to say, the old wacky rig does the job, and I'm not shocked at all. You know, it's been a tough day. I've been trying some different types of lures, some different types of baits that I figured these fish have not really seen in here. This is a public pond or a public lake, but hardly anybody really comes here. It's mostly just homeowners. There's another really nice bass right here that I may be able to get a hold of. Yep, he's got it. There we go. Another bass. A beautiful little fish. This one may have been the bigger one, but even though its head's bigger, it's very, very skinny fish. Not healthy at all. Got another hook mark in there, so he's definitely been caught before. What a day. It has been nothing short of a struggle bus to get anything to bite. I almost wish I'd have just started with the wacky rig, because that's obviously what's producing fish right now. Nailed him. Nailed him. Another one. It's so cool being able to see these fish bite. It's incredible. Ready for another one. There he goes. Wow, he's definitely, wow. Quick little product review on these Bait Lab little Senkos. Good bait, honestly. Color and everything's definitely working. It's attracting these fish. I would say for how many fish I've caught, there's one. Oh, I just lost him. It's really working well. The hole for the hook where I stuck it through is definitely wearing out a little bit, but overall the bait hasn't ripped, and that's like 3 or 4 fish now. Quite a few hits too, but I'm very pleased with these baits, and I would probably buy them again. I've never looked at the pricing of them. That's kind of the big thing, because I know other baits work just as well, but I want to make sure the price. So if the price is good, then I could definitely see myself buying these in the future. Kind of doing a couple different methods today. I'm working it very, very slow at times, and then other times I'm jerking like crazy, almost like swimming it in, and then just a real short, subtle pause, and that's when those fish will come up and just crank on it. There's one right on the far side, just a little squeaker, but for a little fish, that's a big belly. Got him. I think my wormy's gone. It's another skinny fish, which blows me away that there's skinny fish in here with how many bluegill there are. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of bluegill in this pond. Shouldn't have any issues with being fed fully. So, on to my last little worm. There's a fish right here on a bed, and I'd be shocked if he didn't plow this bait over. Just got to get him to see it. It's falling right in front of his face right about now, and he's got her. Ooh, yeah! Woo! Look at her go. That was probably an uncomfortable and awkward sound, but I get fired up when I catch a big bass. And by big, I mean 1-pounders. Another beautiful one. Got one last corner, and then I'm out of here. Yeah, see, it's like they don't understand what's going on.
That's freaking nuts.
I lost my last worm, so fishing is over, and I bent the heck out of that hook. Last beautiful bass. Great time out here, and we're gonna go for one last release. There we go. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We ended up catching a lot on the wacky rig, which is what I probably should have started out with. That's all right though. I figured these fish might be interested in something a little bit bigger, something a little new, and something these fish have just not really ever seen before. So tried some new stuff. It didn't really pan out, so I went back to what I know best, and that's just wacky rig and a Senko. And wacky rig and a Senko just bought me quite a few fish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit more about bass fishing, and stay tuned to the channel, guys. We got a lot more videos coming, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace, y'all.